What you're about to see is a new revolution in technology. A technology using nature's resources to clean our environment from both hazardous and non-hazardous wastes. Our company, ERI Microbe Masters, is committed to providing quality environmental products and services related to the biological treatment of organic wastes. We strive to be not only the best in our industry, but legendary. CBS News realized the impact of this technology, and this is their report.
We're looking at 15 minutes after the hour. Coming up next, got some yucky waste stuff to get rid of? Consumer correspondent Hattie Kaufman shows you the latest in high-tech germ warfare. Coming up in our next... While industry causes much of the Earth's pollution, it's pretty much left to the taxpayers to pay for the cleanup. But this morning, our consumer correspondent Hattie Kaufman is here with a whole new technology that's undoing some of the damage. Good morning.
Good morning, Paula. EPA officials say environmental cleanup expenses will total $130 billion this year. That includes Superfund sites, the abandoned toxic areas that the federal government and you and I are paying for. Now engineers are going after waste with a new weapon, one of life's most basic and inexpensive elements, bacteria. Something's growing in this remote Louisiana warehouse, something powerful enough to clean up a sick river, a toxic dump, an oil spill, and never leave a trace.
What would you like to degrade? We got something for you.
Pete Perez is bugging America, using the lowest form of life to tackle the most sophisticated toxic waste.
From as easy as municipal waste to as difficult as PCB. We have about 450 to 500 organisms. And each one of them are selected to do a particular job and degrade a particular organic in nature.
They each have a cleanup mission.
That is correct.
These microscopic bacteria thrive on a diet that would kill anything else. In a process called bioremediation, the bugs adapt to and feed on hazardous waste, and they multiply.
Under optimum conditions, they can double their numbers like every 20 minutes.
About a gram of product, and that's approximately 1 gram of product, contains 20 billion microorganisms.
The bugs are hard at work in this Houston field, tackling the chemical remains of an old lumber treatment plant.
Bioremediation is very low impact from the standpoint of it's not material intensive, it is not machinery intensive, it is not very noisy, it's not very disturbing to the neighbors.
Everywhere scientists find pollution, they also find bacteria, already eating up their polluted surroundings. It's nature's own recycling. But after the chemical wastes of 85 companies ended up in this Houston lagoon, nature needed some help.
What we're doing is adding pure oxygen and nutrients in order to stimulate those bacteria to eat the chemicals.
Cleanup began in January, and the results are encouraging for this Superfund site.
We have achieved approximately 45 to 50% of the lagoon cleanup.
Bugs work cheap compared to existing forms of waste treatment. Contaminated soil costs approximately $400 a cubic yard to bury, and between $800 and $1,000 a cubic yard to burn. Using bioremediation on that same cubic yard costs between $50 and $100. The bugs are also taking a bite of the fast food industry, gobbling up grease like biological Drano.
We put these organisms in every night, and what they do is actually, when they're activated, they eat the grease and whatever's in the sewer lines. It keeps the lines clean.
The bugs may be as old as time, but the industry is just taking off.
I think it's a good thing in the right place, but no, there is no panacea in our attacking environmental problems.
We don't have a book to follow. We're writing the book ourselves.
Now again, we're talking about natural bacteria here, not genetically altered bacteria. Bioremediation does have its drawbacks, however. The bacteria work at their own speed, and often toxic spills need a quick fix. Also, bacteria deliver better results in warm conditions, and warm conditions may not always be available.
I guess I was struck by how quickly these germs, good germs, multiply. So what happens? You get them together, they multiply in a big, big way every 20 minutes. What happens after they've eaten the toxic waste?
They begin to eat each other. They cannibalize until there's one left, and that one dies of starvation.
So you don't have to get rid of them yourself. Once the job's done, they're
done, and the only byproduct is carbon dioxide and water. Innocuous.
How long do you think it'll be before this technique is widely used?
Well, the technique has been around, but I think it was the public's fear holding the federal government from starting to use this in Superfund sites. So I think that we will see it take off now. And as one person said, it may not peak until the year 2000.
Very interesting. Hattie, thanks. 22 minutes after the hour.